Hey guys, welcome back to Blade Bloodhound. Tonight we're going to look at a knife that I should have done on Monday, and then I could have called it a Modified Monday, but it didn't work out that way for me. So anyway, let's talk about this knife. So this one here is a 1978 Case Barlow. So like I've said in the past, I watch YouTube channels. I watch other people's content, I've got friends that have channels. Some of them are subscribed. Some of them, I talk to on a daily basis. Sometimes I don't. But the thing about this knife was I have a bunch of, knives. And this one was in one of my drawers. And I just kind of never used it much. It had a broken tip on it. So the other day, I was just loafing around. And I was watching a video, somebody reprofiling a broke tip, and they were coming from the bottom, coming from the top. And I said, well, I'm gonna go up there and get that broke tip Barlow that I had kind of as a, I guess sort of a parts knife. I thought of it as, it wasn't, in my super good part of my collection or anything. And I said, I'm gonna try my hand at just, fixing the broken tip. What can it hurt? If anything, it can't hurt much. I mean, I wasn't carrying it because it had a broken tip. I hadn't carried it much. I've been carrying it for about 2 days now. And anyway, I'm gonna show you my repair. Now, I'm by no means an expert on repairing tips. So you may look at this and say, well, I noticed that. But then again, you may look at it and say, well, it ain't too bad. So I thought I'd try it out. I've got a little belt sander. I just went ahead and, took me a little cup of water and took a little bit off. Now that's one thing when you're using a grinder or any kind of sandpaper, a sander on something like this, it's kind of like your hair. You can take some of it off, but you can't put it back. So I just took little bits at a time. I probably should have took a little more, and I'll show you when we get to the table and see what y'all think. But it's a cool knife. This knife has some snap on it that is unreal. I don't know why, but this Barlow has a snap on it that it's unreal. You'll see it when we get over there. Anyway, guys, let's go to the table, check it out, see what y'all think about it. All right, guys, we are back. My wife is over there picking on me about saying unreal snap. She thought that was hilarious, but hey, if it's true, it's true. What can I say? But this Barlow, I picked up somewhere. I don't know where I picked it up. It's been so long ago. And I remember most knives I pick up and where I got them, how much I paid. This one had a broken tip, so I guarantee you, I probably got it for $5 somewhere at not a yard sale, probably at a flea market, I'm sure. But anyway, it's one of the older Case Barlows. Y'all have seen these. Got the old Delrin handles. They always have the old Case XX stamped on the bolster here. And to me, all the old Case Barlows had a weird shaped main blade anyway. But we'll talk about that in a second. So on this side, there's no stamping. It's got the old thick Delrin on it. But it was a cool knife, but I'm really surprised I bought it because I usually will not buy something that is what I call damaged. I mean, I will if it's $1 or $2 or something. I probably just bought this one because it was a Case and it had a broke tip, and I thought, I might do something with that one day. Well, I guarantee you this is set up in my knife box, or one of the knife boxes up there. I bet it's set up there for, I'd say 20-something years. But through watching YouTube channels and watching people reshape blades, now a lot of people will have different techniques, and I'll explain to you why I did this one the way I did. But I thought, what can it hurt, If anything, I ruin it. If I ruin it, what have I lost? Well, I don't know, I shouldn't say that because I'd have lost a Case knife, but let's talk about this first. This thing has excellent half stop. If you look at the tank here, see how it's the standard S 70s. It has 2 dots on it. I was actually showing it to my buddy today, and he said, that's my birth year. So anyway, we were talking about that, and he'll probably try to talk me out of it. We'll see. But let's get on back with the blade. So, as you can see, it's the old standard Barlow blade. The Barlow blade always would come up here on these old cases and then just go straight out. So for example, this one was probably, I wish I could show you with my finger here, and I might can. This tip was completely like broke off, straight off. And so it probably came to about here. I don't know if you can see that. Probably came out straight all the way to where my finger is missing. So what I did was at first I thought, well, I could come up from here and I could take some here. And then I thought, you know what, that would take away from the belly of the blade. So I didn't really want to do that. Hear it snap? So what I did was I went straight. I just pulled a little bit right there. I kept pulling it straight until I got it to a point. Now, looking at it now and looking at it, later, I thought, well, I should have come just a little higher and just straightened this more flat, because it has sort of a, it's really not that round. I mean, I wonder if I found this at a flea market and didn't know that somebody had repaired that because of the way the Barlow blades were made. If I would have picked up, I think I probably would have picked up on it. But I might not have if I'd have made it completely straight. I got a little bit of, just a little bit of not so flat there, but if that was dead flat, I probably wouldn't have known the difference. And I can always work on it again, but like I said, when you're messing with a knife, the more you take off, it's off. You can't add it back. So this one, let's see if I can, ooh, that was almost a mistake. This thing's got such snap that, I don't know if y'all could hear that, but it pops hard. And I have sharpened it with this is ceramic rod. I just went over it a little bit. And that carbon steel will razor it up. I'm telling you guys, all you need is a ceramic rod. Run it down there a little bit, a few times. Hold it at about a 20-degree angle. And I mean, I just judge, I'm putting it on there. I'm just kind of raising it up a little bit, and I just go down. And it will put an edge on one that will not split hairs. I mean, it might if I played with it enough, but it'll definitely cut paper and make that paper clean. So this model is a 62-009.5. I've always been intrigued by case knives with halves on them. I don't know, for some reason I've just always thought that was cool. And so it was a Barlow. So I always try to grab them if they say a half on them. I've got a cleaner one upstairs, but this one was in my pocket. I've been carrying it a little bit, and I thought, you know what? We're gonna just show people the little modification I done and let y'all critique me. Y'all can either say, man, that's great, or you can say, stick to buying perfect knives. But it's a pretty cool knife. I like it has a little patina to it. Also, a lot of times I won't carry one if it's perfect, because then I'm like, oh, that's got to go in my collection. I can't carry it and cut anything with it. Whereas this one is a good carrier. Now this second blade here is the one that is very snappy. Let's see if I can do it like this. I don't want to touch it too hard, because if I hit that thing, y'all hear that? But this pin blade is in great shape. It's got a little 3-in-1 oil on there. I'll clean that off in a minute. But I carried this one today. Last couple of days I've been using it. But a cool knife. This secondary blade has a half stop too. I'm talking about this snap is so crazy on this knife. I mean, it's almost, I would compare it to those Rosecrafts that everybody loves so much. I mean, they've got good half stop, but this one makes that one look like nothing. I mean, it's kind of like, it snaps harder than a queen. I don't understand why this one has got such tough springs, but it does. When I shut it, you'll hear it. But a cool knife. Now, some of this Delrin is faded right here. I had thought about polishing that a little bit, but I don't know if that would take more off or if I just rub some oil on that. But I kind of like that look. It's kind of like a weathered look in a way. The old saw cut Delrin's what I call it. I got all the lines in there, the 3 bolsters. Very cool knife. But what do y'all think? Do y'all think that this is definitely, well, I mean, I don't know. I guess I should say I would know that, but I look at knives every day. I mean, I'm all the time messing with knives and messing with them. So I would know that just because it has a slight, not perfect flat, but like I said, I could mess with it a little more. Will I? Probably not. I mean, it was just sitting up there in a junk box. It wasn't even a knife that I would have thought of carrying before I started watching all these videos on YouTube. I don't know, now, little repairs like that, I mean, I would try that. Now, am I gonna try to knock out these pins and replace the back springs and all that? No, I'm not. I know my limits. I mean, I know what I can and can't do. I might, tap on a bolster and make it a little tighter if something was not right, but a little tiny bit of blade reprofiling I will try. And that's what I did on this one. So I've got a buddy that's really into Barlows, so I know he's gonna watch. He's one of my faithful watchers that would watch anytime. I'm curious what he's gonna say about this, but a cool knife, 1978. Like I've told y'all in the past, anytime you see a 70s case knife, what do? You buy it. You know why? Because they don't make them anymore. That's what I tell everybody. They don't make them 70s and 80s case knives anymore. If you can get one and it's a deal, do it. But I love how that feels. I love a Barlow anyway. I've never carried Barlows. Y'all can go back and look. I've got I think it's 4-knife set, Barlow set in one of my earlier videos. Now it's a jam up set. It's an expensive set, a very good set. But I've just never carried a Barlow. But I like knives, I like case, and I like that I was the one that did that modification, so I may carry this one a while just to see. Well guys, I hope you like the video. If you do, like, subscribe. If you don't like the video, like and subscribe anyway. Anyway guys, y'all have a good one. Talk to you next time.